Hello!
Howdy.
Booktube!
What?
You like Booktube?
She's grabbing the book that fell.
Look like you're. Oh, I don't want to show it yet.
No, I don't care. We're just doing a our monthly book discussion.
Review.
Fault in Our Stars by John Green.
Yes.
Yes.
We will
Best
be going
book
to
ever
see
written.
the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
When does that come out again?
6.
The 6th. Okay.
With no makeup on.
Lots of Kleenex.
Yeah.
Because if the movie is anything like the book,
It seems
Which it seems
pretty
to be
bang
pretty
on.
much exactly like the book.
then we're definitely going to need lots and lots.
I feel like I will probably cry more seeing the movie than I did the book.
Because it makes it real.
And I cried quite a bit reading the book. Like, I couldn't even see the pages at one point because I was crying so much.
I cried towards the end of the book, but I didn't cry as much as I thought I would.
I cried even worse the second time reading this book.
Oh.
I think it's worse because you know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and it's just like you're reliving the pain.
I cried, but only at the end. But
Okay.
yeah. I mean, this is the first John Green book that I've read, and I want to read them all now.
Really
Yes.
likes Paper Towns. It's good.
Good.
Barnes & Noble's randomly had it in hardcover.
Yeah, I know. And they have a special edition of Looking for Alaska in hardcover too.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I saw that, was like, oh my god, Nikki.
I'm gonna have like 5 copies of his books.
Yeah.
Just like you do with DVDs.
I can see a lot of him in these books just by the banter of the characters, the way
Yeah.
they talk.
It's funny because I watch Vlogbrothers all the
Yeah.
time, and I totally read the book, all of his books, in his voice.
Yes.
And like I watch him so much, I can like his mannerisms and everything. I'm like totally
Yeah.
in my head. It's like he's reading it to me.
Even the way the characters talk towards each other, I thought it doesn't sound dated.
Yeah.
He did a good job on that.
Well, if you didn't know what this book is about,
Yeah.
it's about a girl named Hazel Grace who has cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just her story, you know. And at first, I totally didn't want to read a book about cancer.
Yeah.
Because I have it in my family, and it's just something I didn't really want to do. Because, you know, you read for fun. You read to
Not to cry.
escape, you know,
Yeah,
your problems
escape.
in real life. So it's like, why would you want to read something that's, like, so close to home? But
Yeah.
I am so glad I read this book. Because it is sad, but it is also a good book. I mean, it has its funny moments.
It has its moments.
And I mean, there's parts where you're like, oh my god, and I just totally cried, but
I mean,
it didn't leave me depressed after reading it,
No.
which that's what I thought it would, because that's why I didn't want to read it for so long. But I'm really, really glad I did.
I thought he did the scenery well too. Like, there was a good balance between talking and description. There wasn't too much of one thing and
not enough for the other.
because I know a lot of people, that's their thing. They don't like a lot of description. I actually do, but
It makes you imagine it better.
yeah. My favorite scene was when they had arrived at that dinner
In
Amsterdam.
in Amsterdam, and all the the flowers or the leaves or the
It was
The
flowers.
only thing about in the movie is they're inside.
Eh.
It's not outside.
Boo.
That's why I was like,
That's not
what?
right.
They're supposed to be outside. Drinking the stars.
Yep, drinking the stars.
And
That line is in the movie because I
Yeah.
saw that, but
I think though, and I don't know if you guys are gonna agree, my favorite scene was the scene when she went to go meet the author of her favorite
And you
book.
find out he's a jerk.
I hated
And
it
she
so much.
basically tells him, "You're a jerk."
I'm like, they came all this way and they're, oh my god, are you serious? You're
But
gonna
I
be
liked
such a jerk to
his
them.
Leadwig?
Yeah, his
Leadwig?
assistant.
Ludovic.
Assistant
Yeah.
with the
I'm
unpronounceable
so sorry,
name.
I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I'm gonna call you L. Because I have no idea how to go about pronouncing that.
Yeah.
Even though they, like, tell you, but then I, like, instantly forgot. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
don't
did
know.
the same. I'm like, oh, I lost
And then I'm like,
it.
I don't know. And then I had to go back and be like, am I saying
In
that
Dutch, just
correctly?
like in German, W's are pronounced with V's. Little V.
Liduvig, though,
Liduvig.
because it was like Lee or something like that.
Yeah.
L-E-E.
Lidovig. I just like saying that name. Lidovig.
Well, we'll see when the movie comes out
Mm-hmm.
how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Then we'll be like, we were all wrong.
How did he even choose that name? That's
Well,
just like...
He went to Amsterdam,
Yeah.
like, while writing the book.
More. He like traveled there quite a bit, right?
And I've noticed that he might have a little bit of an obsession with America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in another book, I think it was An Abundance of Catherines, or was
Again.
it in one of the other books, it mentioned America's Next Top Model. I'm like, does he like to watch that a lot? Because it's in this quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's like Hazel Grace's like favorite show. She's always watching America's Next Top
Yeah.
Model. So I'm like, wow, do you really secretly love that show?
Okay, so was there anything that
Well, we only talked about Hazel. We
Like
haven't talked about Gustus.
I like
Or
how
Isaac.
we talked
I really
about
like Isaac.
Yes.
because like they do Crash Course, and then he talks about Harsha. Is that how you
Oh, the yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
flaw?
Your fatal flaw.
Yeah, fatal flaw, Harsha. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You
Did I
don't.
miss that part of
Have
the
you
book?
not read the book?
I read
Clearly,
the
you
book.
skipped whole parts.
Yes, it's when she first meets him,
Oh, okay.
and he's like, "What?"
okay.
Maybe you should refresh your brain before you see the movie. I
Yeah.
will probably be reading it for a third time because I love it that much.
I honestly, I really did love the book. And first of all, I read the book last month, so that's probably why I'm a little hazy on some of the
She's
things.
read like 20 books since then.
But she's read it twice!
Still, I remembered everything the first time.
But, Augustus.
I love Augustus.
I love Augustus.
He's cool.
I mean, he
Oh my God, why I like-
he did not let her drop.
She didn't want to get involved with him.
I
Yeah.
know. And he would not let that happen.
Because she's like, I'm a bomb.
So,
Grenade.
we're all grenades.
Yeah, but
But when
she's
you have
gonna
kids-
die
I
soon.
know.
I mean, of course, everyone's gonna die, but hers is like a lot sooner than most people.
Yeah.
But
She didn't want to hurt him on top of her parents and everything.
Yeah.
But he's a young adult. I mean,
He's
he.
16 years old.
But still-
17 years old. He's a kid.
I know. But still, he had, you know, hey, I
Yeah,
understand.
It's her decision too. No, it's not her decision.
No, it's not.
Well, it is. It's mainly her decision. If she didn't want to get involved with Augustus, she didn't have to.
Yeah.
But she fell in love with him.
Yep.
How can you not?
Exactly.
Which is, it's a good thing that he got to experience that too.
Yeah. And Isaac. My favorite scene in the whole book, the egging scene.
Yes.
I loved that scene in the book. I hope they do it justice in the movie.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I've seen that clip.
Okay,
It's
because Isaac, what happens to him?
His
like-
girlfriend dumps him before he gets eye surgery.
I thought she dumped him after.
No,
No,
He
it was
did-
before.
It was
They
right
went
before.
in.
Okay.
He had
couldn't
rare
handle
eye
it.
cancer. And she's like, I can't handle it. I can't, he's the one who's going to be blind. And she's like, no.
I can't handle it.
Oh my God, that's so horrible. And then when he smashes all of Augustus's trophies.
Oh
I
yes,
love that.
I hope.
I saw that scene too.
Cool.
I've seen like half the movie on the internet. Just in scenes. I'm like, ah. Cause they have like an hour behind the scenes thing that I watched. I was like,
Nice. What was that on?
I don't even know where I found it. It was on some book thing. They had a link to it. I'm like, yay!
Could it have been on the DVD?
No.
No,
No.
This
okay.
is not an hour.
no.
Have you watched
And that's
it?
just drunk.
We watched it. I don't know where you were. You must have
You
been
left
off
'cause you
dreaming
didn't care.
about men.
Getting super off topic.
I'm not the one. She's the one.
Okay, so to get back on topic, how do you think he handled the writing of the point of view of being a cancer survivor?
Really, she's not a survivor. She's still fighting it. But I see where
But
you're going.
I misspoke, but
I
I
see.
think Gus isn't Isaac is the survivor because he's
Yeah.
not, as far as we know, with getting both of his eyes taken out. He's fine until they get him his robotic eyes.
Excuse me.
allergies.
Yeah, big time. I like how he pokes fun at the one main survivor who is the leader of the get together group. The
nut cancer.
Testicular cancer, dude. I kind of like how he that one's the funny one. You know how she's always making fun of, you know, when
Yeah.
they open group, it's always he has to tell his long story about his cancer and
I like how he talked about, like, from her point of view, there's a lot of things that are just, I wouldn't say shitty, but I liked how she just, I don't know, she got, it was maybe a little bit of anger, but I thought it was done really well.
well, because in how I like how they wrote how her doctors have her involved in her treatment. Some places, if you're a minor, it's just your parents
Mm-hmm.
and the doctors. So you have no choice. At least in this situation, you know, she had a choice. Yeah.
Something that kind of pissed me off was the way that, how the sisters were treating Gus when he was still alive, and they're oops, spoiler.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, he's still alive, and they're talking about him like he's already dead. To him, that kind of made me
And
very
treating him
angry.
like a child.
yeah, because they weren't around him. They didn't know him like Hazel or his
No.
parents did. It's not because they were growing up with their kids of their own.
Yeah,
So
I just thought that was really kind of.
yeah,
I'll
They
always
annoyed me.
remember your eyes, or something like that. Really annoying when they went outside. I'm like, oh, you jerk. That really made me angry.
Had another word for it, but it's not good on BookTube to say it. The trip to Amsterdam. I love.
Augustus. Well, we should set it up. Augustus
Yes.
kind of gave Hazel his Make-A-Wish wish. Is what do they call it in the book? It's not Make-A-Wish.
No,
It's
it's not.
something
It's something else.
I forgot.
I forgot.
But it's basically
Make-A-Wish, but
Make-A-Wish.
made up for the book. Because she used her wish.
To go to Disney World.
Like a cliche kid thing to do.
She was
you know?
13,
Yeah.
14.
I'm like, I would go to Disney World too, and I live in
Yeah.
Florida.
Thank you.
You know, 45
Universal.
minutes from my house. Yes. I would ask for like season passes to HHN,
Yeah.
and then Fall Out Boy to sing to me.
Yes.
We like make that happen.
Yeah.
Right now.
Thank God.
But,
You know. Well, she has this favorite book, An Imperial Affliction.
Yes.
It's like her favorite book. She's read it like a million times.
Yes.
And she wants to, because the book kind of just ends.
The
There's
Imperial.
no ending. It just kind of stops, which is rather frustrating. You know, it doesn't.
As a reader.
Yeah, it doesn't like resolve anything. So she wants to meet the writer, so
Find
she
out
can
what
have
happens
you know
to
the
the
ending to
characters. You know?
even the hamster.
Yeah.
So you know.
That's how much she loved that book. She wanted to know everything.
And she got Augustus to read the book, and he also loved it and wanted to know. So for his wish, he wanted him and Hazel to go to Amsterdam to meet him.
Mhm.
And they get there, and he's a drunken jerk.
Yeah.
Like a jerk. Capital jerk.
There's another name for those, but they're not. It's not a nice word.
And he's just like the worst kind of person ever.
Yeah.
He won't tell them anything, and it's just like a total disaster.
It ends with Hazel basically telling him what he is
In his face.
in his face.
I was like, yes.
I mean, all she wanted to know was the ending of the book.
Yeah, even if you just made it up on the spot, at least she had
Yeah.
some kind of closure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what she was looking for, closure. Because I think the reason why she was looking for it is she wanted to, what would happen to her parents if she died.
Yeah.
Because the book is about a girl with cancer. And it's her story. That's why it just ends.
So we don't know if the girl got too sick to continue on, or if she died. And we don't know what happened to the mother, if she married the Dutch tulip man.
Was he a con artist, like both thought he was?
And the hamster.
Yes.
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus. I love that name. I so want a hamster by that name.
Ludwig. I found it.
That's what I said, Ludovic. Ludovic.
It's on page 180 if anyone wants to know. You can jump to that and read it
To pronounce these.
to pronounce it.
Ludovic.
And when they're in Amsterdam, Hazel learns that Gus's cancer came back. And he had the most curable cancer out of everyone.
Osteosarcoma.
And it just spread to his whole entire body.
He lit up like a Christmas tree in the PET
He
scan.
was made of cancer. So when they
Not
get
a pep
home,
scan, a pet.
That's what I said, PET scan.
It sounded like you said pep.
Yes, because we all know pep rallies. No, PET scan. PET scan.
so when they get home from Amsterdam, it's kind of all downhill for Gus, which is horribly depressing. Because the whole time you're reading it, you think it's gonna be Hazel
her.
that's gonna die. I mean, eventually Hazel will pass away, but not in the book.
I think a real heartening moment was when he called up Isaac and he called up Hazel and he's like, I want you guys to write my eulogies. And they show up at the place where they have,
The literal heart of Jesus.
which was a
The literal heart
cross-shaped
of Jesus, yeah.
church. So that's where they meet with their cancer survivor, whatever you want to call it, group. So the three of them show up, and Isaac's eulogy is all joking around. Obviously,
I love him.
he's just joking because he's trying to make them laugh in a serious, situation.
I love the part when he's like, when the scientists show up with my robot eyes.
Yeah.
I will say I cannot have them because I cannot see in a world that there is no Augustus Waters.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm like,
made me cry.
I know. That's the
I was
point
like
I
laughing
cried.
and crying
Yeah,
at the same
that's the
time.
part that
Then
made
he's
me
like,
cry.
"Oh, then I'll take the robot eyes because it's robot eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
And then what Hazel says.
Oh, it's just, I can't recommend this book enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it is sad, but it's also really funny.
Yeah.
Because if you watch John Green on anything, out of the many channels they have, you know he's a funny guy. And I mean, he pretty much writes exactly the way he, is.
One
Which
of
I
the
like.
things, because I do watch, like, the Crash Course and things, he is a very intelligent man, and I was afraid that the books would be too intelligent for me. Like, I wouldn't be able to connect with the character, and that didn't happen at all. I mean, I learned things, like the Hamarsha thing, but I already kind of knew about it. But it wasn't overwhelming.
Yeah, it was like over your head.
Yeah. Because I was afraid of that when I started kind of hearing him talk about it. I'm like, no, it's not. There's moments of sadness, but there's moments of
Uplifting, hilarious. Typical teenager pranks,
Yeah.
like the egging. I mean, that's
So, in conclusion to our random rant and praise of this book, read it.
Yes.
I give this 5 stars.
Read it and read it well.
Yes.
And read it again.
Yes.
And read it again.
Because I plan on reading it for a 3rd time.
And I plan on reading it again for a 2nd time.
For people who did not want to read a cancer book, it's not a cancer book.
It's not a super depressing cancer book.
Yes.
It's a book about teenagers who just happen to have cancer.
There you go.
They're trying to live a teenager's life while trying to fight cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your teenager moments, and then you have your moments where you're like, I want to cry. I really, 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 really want to cry.
Hysterical. Use a whole entire box of tissues.
God. Going to go see the movie. No makeup. Box of tissues.
My eyes are going to be so swollen from crying so much.
Yeah.
Bring big sunglasses.
Yes. Even if it's at night.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay.
So as you know, if you've watched our previous book reviews,
Time to pick next month's book.
next month, it is Nikki's turn. Let's hope I have this one. And...
The Diviners!
Oh! We already
We're
have to
gonna
read
be
it.
reading it anyways.
Yeah.
Yay! The Diviners by Lil Bray will be next month's book club book review.
Is that a June book or is that a July book for the 50s?
I think it's a June
Summer reads for Goodreads.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's June.
Yeah.
I don't have
We'll
mine.
read it in June.
Yeah. We'll read it in June, and then whatever book is supposed to be...
We can kind of substitute.
That's gonna take a while. That's a pretty big book.
That is a pretty big book.
Yeah, that's probably as soon as I finish
But I
this
heard
one.
that the villain is really super creepy, so I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, my mother read it. She loved it. She read it before I did, and it's my book.
Yeah.
Well, I will probably not keep up. Well,
What?
You going off topic now?
no, I'm trying to think because I could skip
Well, it's still May. You still got a week.
till next week, but I still have to read the book that they're currently reading after I finish this.
Oh, that's
plus
fine.
finish Delusion.
It's not that big.
Delirium. No.
Because you
Delirium, sorry.
Delirium, you've already read half
you're
of it,
almost
so
done
you're
with
fine.
that,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is
I'm just
nothing
like, when am I
do
going
with
to fit it? I forgot it's still May.
And there's nothing on TV anymore. So
Yeah,
at
so
nighttime,
you're
you can just
plenty.
read.
Except for cosplay and
Yeah,
Will
but that's
Wheaton, but that's
Tuesday.
Tuesdays. Yeah.
every other day.
Yep. Cool beans. Yay. Okay, so have fun and read.